Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back again. Compose yourselves, this and composure. My name is Ola. Welcome to another episode of Ethics Pod. We're live, we're back. I know you guys have missed us. This house is going to be a fire today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Now you're alone here. See how many ladies we have. We are coming for you.
Gender balance.
Yes, this one is gender.
So much for gender balance.
Oh, please.
Anyways, hello guys. Welcome to another episode of Ethics Pod. It's amazing to be here. It's loaded. I'm not going to talk too much. People that are going to be talking are going to be here. Delectable, damn, take it okay?
Yes, please. Welcome to Ethics Pod, and I remain delectable.
And we have amazing people here. When I say amazing, I mean I feel like I'm in the presence of royalty because Your Excellencies.
Of course.
Your Excellencies. So very quickly, because one or two gig for my brain, they misfire sometimes. I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. So can somebody turn off that phone for crying out loud? I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to start from the middle. Look into any camera of your choice and introduce yourself.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Odi Angela Ani, SUG President, College of Education, Akanfa, Crash State.
Okay, pleasure to have you. Next.
Yeah.
Yes, the Lord.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Comrade Adegomi Datayomide, the Student Union President of Osun State University.
Civil engineer.
Hi everyone, my name is the SUG President of
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Good evening,
Make it
everyone.
rain.
I am Abiodun Olorunsola Mary, the SUG President, Federal University, Oye.
Okay. Are you?
Hello, my name is Blessing Alims, the SUG President, University of Calabar. Prestigious University of Calabar.
No, please.
You really don't want to start.
No, okay, wait, I have to take my introduction again.
Wait. Relax. Let the last person introduce herself.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Here is the most prettiest first lady. I'm Comrade Standard Witness Chagun, the not only other person but Her Excellency, Federal College of Veterinary and Medical Laboratory Technology. Nice having you this evening. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful opportunity.
Brilliant. Damn, you are sacked.
So you've seen new person now, you want to start with. We are in the midst of powerful women.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Don't forget, viewers, listeners, wherever you are, like, subscribe, follow, comment. Let's know what you want us to change. Let's know what you want us to add, and let's know if you want us to change Dami. Just hit me up in my DM.
And we are plenty here. We will just lock you up somewhere.
I'm the minority, so you guys handle me with care.
No, we will not. You're about to sack me, so no.
So, anyways, guys, it's a pleasure having you here. Obviously, you guys came into town because of a youth and women program, right? And that's forming the foundation. It's forming the basis for why we're having this conversation. We know that we are in a precarious time when women's voices are meant to be heard. And so we want you people to be heard. The only thing is one after the other. Do you understand? So let's start, with a very random basic question. I want you guys, share your journey very briefly into how. Let's start.
That's how we Miss Prestigious, please. Let's go.
Who Miss Prestigious?
Yes.
So we'll start with you. Share your journey, right? And while she's speaking, I want you all to think about your own scenarios and how it's similar and how it's different.
How you can relate.
Okay, my journey from start or.
As
building up to this present position.
Summarize it. Make it brief like me.
Okay, but I'm not brief.
Shots fired.
Okay, so I will try. Okay, about my journey that led to my emergence as the SUG president, I will start by saying it wasn't that rosy.
Yeah.
Far back as 2016, 16th, when I wrote my WAEC, I had to pick JAM I passed my JAM, I had 230, but the WAEC slapped me. And I had to write WAECs for like 5 times.
Right. 5?
Yes.
Okay.
So all of that time, it wasn't useless. I was using it to engage myself, volunteering for NGOs, learning skills. I know how to make shoes, I know how to sew, I know how to do cinematography, video editing. Although it was still challenging though, because when you see your mates in the university, and then you are still out doing one thing or the other, you feel your village people are after you. But I kept moving. Not until when I almost gave up in 2020, and my mom told me, you must go to university. That you must. My mom had to pick the WAEC form for me. I sat for the examination and it came out well.
Okay, sorry to cut you. Like, when your mom said you must, you had already lost hope?
Yes, I had lost hope. I could remember that year I even attempted suicide, because in 2019, I picked NECO, I picked WAEC, I picked GC.
Yeah.
I picked everything that had to do with, yes. And then
one must
just one, mathematics. Mathematics will always come out with.
When you said mathematics, she
can
was already rolling her eyes.
Mathematics will always come out with an E. So that was when I told myself I'm giving up. And my mom said, I could remember when I saw those results. I'm someone that I have resilience in me. So when WAEC was bad, I went for NECO. NECO was bad. I went for GC. And then GC was still bad. And I told myself that's all. I was away from home for like 2 days. And then my mother saw the frustration. She said I must. So I told her I should be the one to write the exams. Yes, I told her if she picks that she'll be the one to sit for the exams. Notwithstanding, I sat for it and I got it. I was always passing my JAM. So getting admission after a very good WAEC result was not an issue. I was admitted. And after being admitted, I told myself, I said, for about 5 years I was at home. Why not I just stay silent in class?
Right.
Yes, and then put my shame in my pocket, being that I had friends who were already on their youth service. Another spirit told me, Blessing, that's not your kind of person. Aside school, I was engaged in lots of activism and all of that. So I took up the mantle of leadership as the class rep. I was leading my class. I never did school politics apart from class rep. That's it. I was
not
just
part of it.
Class from there.
I mean, what do you think?
Is class a part of school politics?
It is.
Okay, I would say that was just the school politics I was doing. I was focused on my academics, my NGO. So it is either academics, NGO, and work, and that was it. And then my class rep duties. So getting to 2023, I said, I can become the SCG president. But at the point, I said all of this, it has to do with financial implications. And I wasn't ready for it, so I just had to backslide. Yes.
Okay, we'll get into that. So
I had to let it go. Not until this year, 2024, in the month of March, someone reached out to me and said, Blessing, you told me once that you want to run for SUG. What happened? I said, babe, I don't have money. She said, you must do it. My friend, she said, you must do it. I said, no. She said, just start. Just that I know you that you can even raise 200k and pay student fees. That no matter what you want, you can actually raise money for your elections. And that was how I started. It was very challenging. If I took pictures, then I would have showed us today.
To give us before and after.
Before and after. I so emaciated because of the stress. I never had any political godfather or godmother. And that was a challenge because in union, let's be very honest, you must have somebody that has your interests. And I was just a girl coming from the bloom, and then I had no relationship with the management. I knew nobody from the vice chancellor's office. I had no godfather in school aside my departmental lecturers that were taking me. So it was very challenging, but God still did it. Yes, I met some persons.
God did it. That's our language.
God did.
God did. Yes, God did. Yes.
God did. But,
so moving on to her, so let's also hear.
Because I was gonna ask. So she shared her background, right? And I'm holding on to the challenging part. What was the very challenging part for you? You know, before you ascended, is it also
the throne?
The
throne.
Because you were.
Actually, when she was talking, she made mention of mathematics always bouncing her back. Seriously, it's a similar scenario from my side.
Okay, it has always been mathematics.
Mathematics.
Who's with lawyers and mathematics?
So,
But you can calculate money.
of course,
Yes.
it was actually not like that from the start. It was at some certain point when I was in primary school, I disliked mathematics because of my mathematics teacher.
Right.
Yeah, he was doing some
that plays a good
arts,
role.
which I don't like as a person. I don't really like it. And then as a child, I can't go straight to go meet up with him and tell him this thing you are doing inside, it shouldn't be done within school premises.
Right.
Rather, excuse yourself. So because of what I've seen him doing, I detest.
Wait.
I'm interested. I'm interested. I thought it was just me.
Don't carry the tea. We'll come back to that one we asked you before. What was he doing? And the reason I'm asking, this is just not about tea, but you're making a difference.
Okay, it's just like I'll see other female teachers sitting on his lap, and
Female teachers.
yes,
Okay.
sitting on his lap. Then they'll start conversing,
Right.
touching each
Was
other's
it girls on
body.
this school?
What?
No, it was not.
As a child, you saw that in
So,
primary school, for that matter.
Yes, in primary school.
Wow.
So I was like, what is this? This is shit. Shouldn't be done even in the midst of school. But you understand the fear and everything. We can't just go out and report. So at that time, I detest that man totally.
Right.
So when it comes to the class teachers, I would rather not write anything.
Right.
And not
If he
listen.
gives assignments, I will not do it. So from there, I was lacking behind. My mathematics is always with red mark. When I get home, my dad will start clamoring, what's this? What? I will not answer him. Dad, I will not tell him this is what caused it. So it kept on going. Then when he noticed, when I was trying to get to secondary school, I told him, Daddy, I want to become a reverend sister. And his sister said,
Wait, sorry.
"Reverend sister."
As a Muslim.
Yes, as a Muslim. I
How
spent,
bad?
I spent 11 years in Catholic school.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? I spent growing up from my crèche to primary 6.
Oh, okay. I
was
see
in
where that
primary
is
school.
coming
Yeah.
So
from.
I can read everything
Right.
The rosary,
without
all
having
of that.
the rosary. I can read my rosary,
Oh,
the
wow.
Haitian, everything, my prayer book, my hymns.
Oh,
I know
wow.
everything, even up to now. I can still read.
Do you know, I want her to speak to something that you are saying, right? Because it raises a very important question. You just spoke about, how it affected your studies.
Interest,
Do you
yes,
understand? And this is a very vital part
Point, yeah.
of our day-to-day lives. How, you send a child to school and the child is not doing well. And the child cannot tell the parent. So this is a problem, a real life problem. Now I want you to speak on it, right? What needs to be done? How do we nip this in the bud? Because one of the biggest challenges for any sort of trauma and abuse is actually voicing
it
So
out.
in your position right now as an SUG president in your school, what do you think, if you had the ear of the VC and the president of the country, what should be done?
Okay, thank you very much. I actually wanted to speak about my experience during my election, but since you asked this,
Yeah, we'll get to your election. Don't worry.
okay.
Oh, shit.
Everybody will have the floor.
Can you come again? Like
So
the
this is-
challenges
So
a
she's
child face.
a child, university, whatever you want to learn,
Okay.
and then a teacher, a lecturer is doing something. Sexual abuse, asking you for money is affecting your grades, is affecting how you learn.
Or let's even say somebody comes to her,
Yes.
the SUG president, with this complaint.
I mean,
this is
yeah.
what I'm facing.
Is it something you've heard before?
Yes.
And what
Yeah.
I'm
happened?
hearing it.
Great.
Okay. I think the first thing is to have evidence. Evidence matters a lot.
Right.
From evidence, you can walk up to the school management, report the case to the VC,
Yeah.
the provost, the rector, or whatever,
Yeah.
and then from there you look for the solution.
Right.
I think the lecturer or the teacher will be called upon for questioning, and if he's found guilty, he should be persecuted.
Right.
Yes.
He should be.
He
It
should
should be. Yes.
That will aid the
Should be.
student. At least that side is being solved.
And more
The
people
child
can
will not
come
face that
forward.
challenge again.
Why
He
do
is
people
persecuted.
find it difficult to go and report?
Because some of them is most of the lecturers threaten them.
When I said what?
Yeah.
If
She
you
wants
go
to
and
say
report,
something.
I'm going to fail you on the scores.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
No, I
Because
agree actually.
Yeah.
But
If you report, I'm going to fail you.
Okay.
It's a threat. And me willing or feeling that I don't want to fail this course, I don't want to get carried over, coming back next year to repeat that course, okay, let me agree to what the lecturer said. And that's how the child will continue suffering.
wait, I need to hear what Goodness has to say because she's
she's shaking her head. I don't know who wants to go first. Just
Goodness, please. Let's hear you.
okay, thank you so much. Based on what you just said,
Yeah.
I think I felt that within my institution.
Like personal experience?
Not personal, but from
Somebody,
a student.
okay.
A lecturer harassing a student, taking the student to even a hotel. But actually what helped me, as she said earlier, is evidence.
Right.
So the next time I told her was, anytime you book a hotel, ensure you keep in touch with me so that I can follow you at the back. And because that hotel is local, there's no camera to see.
Right.
So when you enter, do like you lock the door, then slide it. Make sure you capture his attention, then I will follow you at the back. I'll just come and open the door slowly and have a snapshot of the two of you.
Did you go in?
That is interesting.
I went alone. I didn't carry anybody.
Kudos. That is very interesting.
What actually happened was that though I snapped both of them naked, but I make sure I cut off part of her head, but to show that yes, she's the person, capture part of the body. So, but that is not.
But were you not scared? You went alone.
No, as a union president, I know the risks I took, and I know the reason why I aspired for the position.
So that is
what,
brilliant.
What happened to the picture? What happened to that case?
Okay, what really happened was that the management actually acted quickly. I think the lecturer in question is even no longer in the school. So at least I even
as long as they are effective solutions, that's good.
The relief is that now the seat has been given to another person, and who knows, the person has been trained for this position. But why I was knocking my head here is this. Most situations and challenges our students have to report a case is not the fair for me. Most of them think of conscience. Number one, once if the person is removed out of job, it's like you feel guilty. Family. Because we look at it like it's the only source of income, but to be sincere to you people, it's better you do the right thing than the wrong thing. My sister, you said you had the lecturer or the teacher because of what you've seen. For me, it was act of fair, but that did not bring out the best. Who knows, you could have even been scoring A.
But let's remember that she was a child. That's very important.
It's
Even knowing that thing that the teacher was doing was wrong is actually very interesting because she was still a child and she knew that, okay, this man is doing this, but I don't think this is right. And this is how so many children have. If you ask everybody now, okay, you have a challenge with certain subjects, why? What's your story? By the time you hear their story, you discover that this could have been avoided, honestly speaking. So let's talk to you now. Now, it's not easy being a female SUG president. I'm sure it's definitely not. So what were the challenges you faced? Did anybody look at you like, who is this one? You're a woman. What do you want to come and do here? So please tell us your story.
Yeah, before I go to my story, I really want to.
I knew you were going to go back. You were shaking your head like lying.
Yeah, actually, it all starts from home, actually. Yeah, but when I was younger, my mom would tell me that anywhere you are going, if someone touch you, just come and tell me anything. If a guy tells you that he likes you, come and. So me, when I was younger, nobody comes here.
Anything.
So everything, my mom used to know about it. Even when I was in JSS2, one of my teachers said he liked me. I did not even reserve anything within me.
This is an important take home. See the relationship he has with her parents. Like you could really talk about that.
Direct to my mom, and the next thing I will hear, my brother will be my teacher, and from that
your brother wants to beat your teacher.
Yeah, I'm beating him already, and he's a mathematics teacher. He's my mathematics teacher, and I love
mathematics teacher.
And I love
what is it?
Respect yourselves out there, mathematics teachers.
I love mathematics since from primary school, so it's one of my best subjects.
You could not let that man ruin it for you.
So with that, I feel maybe parents should create that awareness to their children that you can do it. Anything, just come and tell
me about it.
Yes, anything, just come so that at least they'll be free about my journey. Okay, that has to do with sex education.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nigeria, we have lots of beautiful policies, lots of. You will be seeing Senate meeting. This law has been passed. That law has been passed, but not implementations.
So, and I'm going to come to you in a minute. Have you ever heard about any sexual abuse policy?
Sexual abuse policy.
Yes.
We have gender-based violence policy.
Okay.
Yes.
Because the ICPC, for instance, has some sort of policy, and the whole point is now ICPC will not directly be involved in a sexual abuse case, and by that I mean it's supposed to be abuse of office, but it's merged. It's one and the same thing. The moment somebody says, if you don't come to the hotel,
I will fail you.
I'm going to fail you, and that's why I asked her, what did you do about it? Because if you said you didn't do anything about it, and if your brother didn't beat that, we're going to go and carry them. So, I mean, and that's one aspect, I mean, which of course is very important. But then again, I want you to also share your experiences. What is that form of corruption, is happening?
Please, sorry, millennial daddy. Me, I want to hear the female challenge. Do you know how difficult it is to get a position of power being a woman?
Mine is still 49 years.
Please,
so
please tell us, please. And it's
I became the first female after 49 years.
So, Mary, let's hear your story.
So that's what my university.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. And I must say that the journey to becoming the first female SCG president is not.
You're also the first in your school.
Yeah.
Wow.
First?
So,
She's the first too.
First?
Second? First.
Ooh, wow, lots of first. You see why I'm interested in this? Please give people out there pointers.
Okay, so the thing is, my first advice and encouragement is that once you have a dream, pursue it. Because it all starts from when you have the inception of your aspiration. You would have this pullback that why should I go for this? Apart from the why should I go for this, you also have the what will people think? Would they actually support me? This and that. So
have you always dreamed of being an ICG president? Where did your political aspirations start? How did you climb up to the ladder, and what challenges did you face?
Alright, since when I was little actually, I used to think that we have little females in politics. So I was very little when it started. And also when it comes to another aspect, which I decided not to talk about, I used to feel like I think there needs to be a lot of me in politics. So I did not know where to start from, which happens to many ladies outside there as well. Right. Which they might have this aspiration, but they don't know where to start from. So I personally, during my secondary school, I was not even a prefect because we were very much in my secondary school and I did not participate in anything. But when I got to the university, I just watched people that, randomly, how do you do these things? But I did not ask because I was still having this drawback in me that, are you sure? So there was a particular day, I just asked this guy in my department, that guy, I see you are very, very active in all of these things in school. How do you go about all this and how do you want to participate? He told me it might start from departments, it might start from faculties, this and that. So me, I did not really understand, but I just felt like best of luck for you, at least you know what you are doing. So at the end of the day, this guy, that's why it's good to ask questions.
Yes.
This guy had an opportunity in the faculty. He was going for PRO, and he just messaged me that, Mary, I'm going for, that was my 100 level, that I'm going for PRO in the faculty. Would you like to go for AGS because there's a slot for 100 level? I was like, okay, cool, let me give it a try. And ever since then, I started my political career and I never lost an election.
So never lost an election?
Yeah.
Wow,
in my 100 level, I was the Assistant General Secretary for my faculty of agriculture. That was 100 level, 200 level. So in 200 level, as the 004 of the faculty, the 01, 02, 03, they went for an higher aspiration. So they had to resign. I became the acting president. So
that was in what level now? 200
for my faculty.
Okay.
Now in that same level, I had to think twice because in 300 level I was thinking of going for vice president. A lot of people walked up to me that, Mary, go for president. I said no. That the reason why I'm not going for president is not because I do not fit in. It is because I need more experience. I know that being the president, you need so much to be able to guide other people and all. So I just felt like, okay, fine, I'll just go for vice president. In fact, the person that was president, like that was going for a post of president was disqualified. So everybody expected me to just
step up.
Yeah. I said no. So becoming the vice president in 300 level, 400 level, I became the vice president for NISAN in my school. And that's National Female Student Association of Nigeria in my university. Now that same 400 level was when my aspiration for SUG began. Because I used to think that SUG is a very big body, I cannot.
Yeah, it is.
It is actually.
So exactly. So at that moment, I just thought that okay, if I go for this, I hope I win. Then I started the work. So in my school, being a 5-year course, you go for IT, which is 6 months in the second semester for 400 level. So during my second semester, we have 2 campuses. That is a challenge. You see that challenge? My campus is a smaller campus, so that means you have
less people know you.
Yeah, no. Everybody can know you in this smaller campus.
Okay.
But in the bigger campus, you have to do so much work so that the greater population can vote for you. So I had to move to Oye. Like I moved down to Oye. I started living
because
in
of
Oye
it
for about 6 months, just to be able to gain people's attention and you know. So at the end of the day, I went for it. I did a lot of work, a lot of challenges. You know, the fact that you're the first. People thought I was going for welfare. So when you try to tell them, I'm not going for welfare, they not say, okay, vice president. I say,
no. President, you're here for it.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That was
everybody has that story.
You know. I was waiting for her to finish because the next question I'm just going to throw that open is. Yes, everybody, when they hear SUG, you know, there's this look you're supposed to have, there's this action. So, how do you reconcile, you know, your nature, who you are, with the expectations
of people,
for
that position? Let me just quickly wrap up.
Yeah, sure.
So, speaking of those challenges, my stature too is one challenge. They will be like, thank God I'm actually tall. Yes. Because if I was short, and I
please tell me about it. Oh my God. Yes.
What should I just let me talk.
No, she's actually saying facts. For real, yes.
So they will
don't take you seriously.
So you are going for SUG president? I said yes. They were like, okay, let's see that. Let's actually hear from you. What do you have? So by the time I actually talk about the things I have in mind, I will just change people's hearts because I've been building myself over the years. It is not a day job for you to be fluent and actually have this high knowledge. Yeah. So when they hear things from me, they actually believe and they be like, okay, we have to vote for this girl. So. A lot of things, but
you did it. You're here.
Okay, let me take the mic from there. Yeah. So I faced the same challenge. I could remember going for the faculty and departmental consultation. And the first thing, because my name was actually ringing a bell, but people don't know who the blessing is. Right. And when I go and they'll be like, are you the blessing we have been hearing about? You the small girl. And so you want to become SUG president. You want to lead 45,000 armless battalions. That's how we call the Malabite and Malabite. 45,000. Okay. Yeah, my campus is very big. Okay. Yeah, 45,000.
Wow. That reminds me of a question. Please tell us about your 58. Please.
No, we'll get there.
I am curious.
So we are that big, 45,000. Now somebody, you this small guy, you want to lead 45,000 armless battalions. So if people that were not supporting me actually fell in love with the kind of person I am, because when I want to present myself, when I want to speak, I would say I was better than other candidates. Be it when it has to do with speaking, my grades, my appearance, I was better than them. The only thing I did not have was money.
you kept alluding to this money thing. I want to know what is money.
Very important that you tell people that you let them know now.
You can't buy them over with money.
It is not about the money. You can do it even without having done.
Yes, and that was what happened.
Everybody has.
But do you think money is an advantage?
Yes,
money is
how?
It helps to fly your publicity, helps you to
okay, let me say something.
I want her to speak first.
When I was contesting, let me just say my college, that's my campus, that's the smallest campus. In the fact that Union Osho has 7 colleges, that is 6 campuses in 6 geopolitical zones in Osho State. So you have to rotate it around different. We have Oshogbo, we have Okuku, we have Ikire, we have Ikpetu Ijesha, we have Ifetedo, we have just permit me if I forgot the name of the campus. Yeah. So now, Ifetedo is the smallest campus because we have only College of Law before they bring in liberal studies. So we are still the smallest in population. So now we have this zoning issue. So whenever we are being zoned, because I can still remember I was the first executive to be representing Ifetedo in student union. The first ever, when I contested for the post of the welfare director. Right. And even right before that, I tried to build myself. From 100 level, my 100 level, I was appointed as the PA to the SUG president and also his special advisor on political matters. Special advisor. On political matters. So that's my 100 level going to my 200 level. Yeah. I was very young, but I was trying to build up myself. Then when I got to 200 level, crossing to 300 level, I contested for welfare. I was the youngest executive there, because the rest were 400 going to 500 and 500 level final year. So while they were talking, they used to call me Atarodo.
For those of you that
small
don't know,
they call me
small.
They call me Pepe.
Hot habanero.
Hot pepper. Because they know one should bring it and I'm not buying it. My brother, we are cancelling it. We are totally cancelling it because I'm the youngest or I'm the smallest. By age, I'm not the youngest, but by the level, I'm the youngest.
Okay. So before you continue, right? I want us to not lose sight of what brought us here.
Yes, I will definitely.
Because I have a question to ask you.
Yes, I will definitely come back to that. Yeah. But as time goes on, I've worked to some certain extent, because before you can be welfare director for 6 campuses, like 6 geopolitical zone campuses, that's a whole lot of work already. Yeah. Before they call you, somebody collapsed here, you have to run. Even as at the time, I travel very early at 5 o'clock in the morning if I'm being called overnight to attend to any issue we're having. So as at this time, when I was in 300 going to 400 level, I chilled so as to learn more and involve myself outside. Let me see from the outside world. Let it expand outside this 4 corner of this union. Let's see. Then I went out and learned more. Then I came back. Okay, now I want to contest for SUG president. The only thing I don't have, I'm not rich.
All of you are saying you do not have money.
I'm not rich. So now, from my college, four people, we are 4 that stood up to the post of student union president. And I told them something. I said, when Ifetedo campus has not started having posts in student union executive, I never see anybody. When I was even fighting that Ifetedo must have executive post in student union, I didn't see anybody. Now, I want to go for student union president. People are coming out and say we all want to become president. Okay, no wahala. God is in control. Then from the other campus we are zoned together with 2 people from there too. All together 6. Okay, 6 out of these 6, only one person, only one head is coming out. No problem. As time goes on, we continued. But you see, from the other zone, there is a guy that he spends money.
What does he spend the money doing?
No, you spend money in doing your publicity.
You
spend money in doing consultations.
And spend money in buying people.
That's what I was saying.
You have to buy your pin. Is e-voting. You have to buy your pin.
How much?
There's 10 pin to each student.
How much?
And before you get,
so you have to buy for people.
Yes, you pay the student before you get. No, it depends. No, it varies actually. It varies.
Yeah,
we vote, but the thing is,
you give one money.
One president
so that they can be able. Because sometimes you might tell
to you.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Hang on. Relax. Now, president. The word president. There's a president in the villa we went to. You are president. But the whole idea is similar. And now I want you guys to put yourselves in the position of people that are listening to you at home. We complain every day. Oh, we want a different this, we want a different that. So relate. Let these things align. When you say give people money to vote for you,
okay,
what are you saying?
When we talk about the issue of money in time of unionism, and why we are crying that we contested and we are not having money. Okay, since you want to know why we need to unionism,
we want to know.
Okay, your publicity.
Yes.
Like in my institutions, what I do during my aspiration was, number 1, you have stakeholder.
Yeah.
We have the key student that you make approach, you give them something for data to post, and we equally give recharge card. Please call a friend that know a friend. Bring a
These
friend
are
that know a friend.
Right.
And aside that, we have a book. Like today, I have long note that I can't even use 24 hours to finish it.
She's smiling.
You copy all the students' numbers.
Yes.
You call them.
The former student that graduated, you message them daily.
This is a lot of work.
I just need money.
Because the way you were saying it before, and it's making me agitated.
let me add something.
Let me add
That is
something.
why I cleared that
Buying
he's not buying the vote.
Right.
You're not buying the vote.
It's not buying the vote. Voting
Rose,
varies.
you're not saying anything.
Voting varies in different institutions. Mine, you don't buy vote. Mine is
don't.
e-voting.
Right.
You use your matric number, you stay at the comfort of your zone and vote. The university has made that available. So why you need money, aside the printing of materials and others, you go for consultation most importantly.
Yeah.
You still see these various student leaders of departments and faculties demanding money from you.
Yeah.
You'll be
Corruption.
asked to bring drink.
Corruption. Yes, we are getting to it. Yes, it is
Let's
corruption.
just say it plain.
Yes.
Campari is around 10,000 or 11,000.
Campari,
And
yes,
another student union leader, departmental and faculty, is telling you, bring Campari drink
So
and
that
a foundation.
Do you understand then? And I'm asking this a question. I'm not saying it's the right or wrong thing. Do you understand then when our leaders today say, "Oh, I needed to give this person this"?
No, I did not.
Good.
So now the thing is, they ask you to bring that drink, and then you bring a foundation. The foundation is money, and they might ask you to bring foundation of 10,000. So imagine, okay, my faculty in University of Calabar, we have 22 faculties. So imagine going with Campari or Kalahari of about 10,000, and then you have a foundation. Yes, and then you have a foundation of about 10,000 or 15,000 to put on that. Without that money, they'll tell you your drink will not stand.
Yes.
So this is what happens.
This is what we're.
I have gone for consultation
oh
with about a drink of 3,000 or 3,500 and a foundation of 5,000, and they told me to get out my money and my drink. And I told myself, I said, people will never see me here again till the end of this election. And I didn't go back. Because I'm that kind of person. If I go for consultation in your faculty or department, you treat me very rudely, I will walk out. I was not tolerating rubbish because I was going for SUG, and they knew me. So because of that, when I go for consultation, my courage will always intimidate them. They'll be like, "You are so courageous, and you feel you will win." My friends sit down on the floor.
Do you see now, Rose? Because I've not heard your voice. I want to hear civil engineer. Now, do you see there being that change? Youth agents of change. You people probably,
because now you're in that position.
Yeah,
you're in a position to change
and
things.
you're probably going to be going forward in politics. I don't know. You understand? We can't continue like this. What's the role of youth in changing? Because you're saying foundation, drink is not balancing, but this is the foundation. How do we change the mindset of Nigerians from this foundation and Campari? I like Campari.
Actually, seriously, I don't know how the youth don't really want change. That's the truth, but they complain about change.
I told her against
I told her when we were here.
My gender needs change.
No, let me just
Okay.
I told her something before we started. I told her that I have seen in a part that at times our leaders are not the problem of this country.
Definitely.
Right.
Yes, I've seen it because Professor Roger Wesley came from Trinidad and Tobago to Taraba State just 3 weeks ago, and it happened that he have serious engagement with the youth.
Yeah.
So, in doing that, he gave a lady a scholarship that is 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And it happened that the lady could not come back and appreciate. I was the one that organized the program. He was not comfortable because we were having issue of lights, and it happened that the gen was not working that time.
Yeah.
And he came, he stood there till around 8. He was lecturing, and he gave her that money. She did not appreciate.
Yeah.
I have to look for her to get her contact to be sure if truly she was a student.
Yeah.
And after that, she did not appreciate up to today.
Yeah.
She never called me. So you see, when we are talking about change, we need to. Then he messaged me when he reached Tobago, Trinidad, and he told me that lady did not even come to his DM on Facebook because he's active on Facebook. She'd not even come to his DM to appreciate him or to ask him how he see. So you know that this is someone from outside coming to Nigeria to come and
speak well of us.
So you see that when we are talking about it, and the question she asked that day is about that Tinubu and that the Nigerian politicians are not doing well. She was complaining about the president. He now said no. The way he mentioned the Tinubu, he said Tinubu is not the problem of Nigeria. We are the problem of Nigeria.
We have our own.
Yes, we have our own. So the way he spoke that day, it gives me another view of the youth. And when we are talking about my election, I spent, let's not look aside, 2.5 died.
What do you mean by 2.5 cities?
Million.
2.5 million.
Yes.
Million.
Yes.
0.5 M.
Yes.
Okay,
The
see.
night
Oh
of
my
election,
God.
I was just having 400,000, and I had a call that my opponent has 700.
Exactly.
700 votes.
700,000
400,000 votes.
No, that's
the
the highest
I
bidder.
need you to
There's
okay.
a bidding thing too.
Yes,
Wow.
the money. That was the night of election, and that is when the election is being done.
Yeah.
All those
The night
publications,
of election is
just
election.
creating awareness.
We are
that, yes,
going back
I'm
to
coming
the
back.
original question. What is going to change?
Okay, let me
That
take
is
from
not
where
the only
she-
challenge you
she
face during
started.
election as females.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. Mary.
Yeah, so concerning the change, first thing first is that know your value. Because let's say we are talking about the unionism part. Once you know your value, she said something about courage. Same applies to me. Even though I know that I do not have something to spend, at least when I show my courage and who I am, then they buy what I have to say. It's not as if at the end of the day we did not let her spend.
Yeah.
But the reason why we are saying that we did not have money is so that whoever it is that still wants to go for a position and is seeing it as if you must be a millionaire before you go there, so that person can know
You have
that
to be a millionaire,
you can-
2.5 million. I don't have.
But just start.
I'm saying that start.
No,
Yes, the money will
It's
later
not
come.
Right.
The money will come. Sure, you get the money will come.
It
But
will come.
before then, just start and know that I am not doing this because of the money, but however it is, God will provide. I've had a time that I was so broke to stupor, and I just looked at it that wait, why am I even here? That if God did not want me to go for this post again, don't send money. I was very annoyed. Why would I be going for election and I will not even have a dime on me? That I spent everything. Imagine the day I posted my first
You're
graphics.
remembering something.
The day I posted my first graphics with link.
Yeah.
Students started messaging me, ma, I've not eaten his money. I was like, I'm not even entered now. The first time I posted a graphic, so I've not eaten his money. What do you want to tell that kind of person?
And now you people came to Abuja to do podcast.
Honestly, you have plenty money.
Yeah, you have to send something to that kind of person. You have to convince them.
Do you do that all the time?
No, not all. All.
Okay.
Just once in a while that I feel like, okay, I really need to help this person. And that's why I said that you need money, because when you want to go for election, you have to sponsor some people. I know a lot of people that are less privileged. So you have to help them.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's not as if that is the reason why you are going for the post, but at least to show that you care.
Yeah, sorry, please. Because this is an anti-corruption podcast, and we were talking about this unionism, buying Campari and all of that. Can you people tell us more examples of things that you've heard of or have experienced that you felt like this is wrong, this shouldn't be happening? Because this example you gave now, do you think it should be happening? Definitely not. People should be allowed to contest because they are qualified, because they have something to offer. So what other forms of Unical, please? Sex for grades, sexual harassment, please. What is? Can we just get more corruption stories?
Okay. Yes, I want to say something about the sexual aspect.
Yes.
There was one night during my consultation. I don't know.
Your
like,
consultation.
Yeah. Someone will be done with school.
Yeah.
You not go and look for something better to help you life. You just stay back and then
They call them stakeholders.
What are you taking?
What is going on with Nigerian schools?
What are you taking? So they will recommend someone for you. Go and see the stakeholder. This person is going to guide you, direct you on how to go about your election. So there was this night I went to consult one stakeholder, so-called stakeholder, a male. Of course, the male. So I went with a drink, normally, drink and
Normally. Oh my God.
a base. The base is the money.
Okay, the base.
Base.
Yeah.
Okay, how is foundation? How is base?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You
Okay.
can use
Yeah, I understand.
So I went there. I met the man. I told him my intentions. I explained everything. I told him I need your support.
So I came to consult you. I presented what I came with to him.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'm going to accept this and I'm going to support you on one condition. I said, what's that? Is it money? I have my base here with me. So he said, no, I must go down with him. I said, that will be the last thing I'll ever do. You think me coming out to contest and then you use that as an opportunity to harass me? It's not going to happen. Instead of me to sleep with you, even if you be the last person to make me win, like the last person to make me win, please don't do it. I'm ready to lose.
This is abuse of office.
I'm not
even if it's like a baseless office, because what's the stakeholder?
Are you challenging me? Do you know I have all the names of students that I can get pins from? I said, sir, please don't do it again. So he tried to lock the door and I had to escape.
Can you imagine that?
Yes.
Did you do it? Did you launch any formal complaints anywhere?
I didn't do it during that election because it might ruin my election. So I just stay calm. I told some persons around.
Might ruin your election in the sense that people might not believe you. Like, these are some of the challenges.
This person I'm talking about has so many connections with students and he can talk to so many
He's
students.
a good guy.
He's not a good guy.
No, I mean to people. A lot of people feel like he's a good person. Yes.
So I had to run. And then after the election, I complained to so many persons. They told me it was already late. So why I'm bringing it out now is for us to trash it and look for solutions so that another person will not experience same thing.
Okay. So this is what we are going to do. You have a solution. I want to hear solutions.
Okay, I think my dear comrade Rose has spoken to me today about her own situation because I was asking her, are you from Taraba State? She said yes. I said, okay, I have so much. I think I'm 1 year, 6 months in office.
No.
Although my election, we have conducted the election. But I think maybe it's because of how students value me and how I stand for my students. That's what up to today. I challenge my pro. Once you graduate my school and I don't have business with you. I aspire as a union president, although I'm from the family of nobody to nobody. And as a matter of fact, I'm the first person in my entire family to reach this HND level.
Wow.
To see, for you to know that I still have battle ahead of me.
True.
And why I call myself Her Excellency is because I'm blessed. From secondary school, from my nursery school, I was the head girl. Come back to secondary school, I was still the head girl. From my 200 level, I was the vice president SUG. Down to 400 level, I was the SUG president. And I believe I will make a change. That was why I said, you say youth are not ready to change, but I believe you, my gender, with our capacity, with our collective idea, can change Nigeria.
Yes.
Believe me, you. Why did I call them stakeholder? Because I have many of them in my school, and I didn't consult anybody. I don't consult VC, provost, or whoever. I believe I don't have anybody, and with God I stand and I make it up. So please, my dear comrade, my dear
call to action. Grab them.
I want to encourage Nigerian youth, our students, our females. We need you into this politics. We need to make a change. We say our voice should be heard. We should participate.
Yes.
Okay, in the level of sexual harassment, as you said.
An example of practices.
Yes.
Why did I choose not to consult anybody? Because if you're approaching somebody for assistance, because you are a female, you want to take advantage of me? No. You are a lecturer. And do you know one thing that makes people say exam malpractice and lecturers sleeping or flirting with students in the hotel? It's because you don't want to read your book. I challenge my teacher anytime.
Are you sure about that?
Go back to my school. I've never gotten a CGP that is beyond 4.5. Even as I come
why I understand your goodness, but I'm saying there are also people who are victims who genuinely want to read, but then a lecturer has eye on them and says, no matter what you read, nothing for you. Do you believe that happens too?
I believe, but it's because of their own perspective. Do you know why? If I dress decently, let me tell you one thing about my life. I don't plait good hair. That's why you see me like this. I don't wear expensive clothes.
Well, I don't feel that should be a reason to curtail that.
Please,
so I have to not dress well.
I like to see my nails.
No. So I have to tone down how I look so that one lecturer will not put eyes on me.
No, I just say you should tone down how you look. Okay, let's assume that you're working and they say, you stop.
Let me say something.
Wait, no,
I disagree.
Because I'm coming for you.
No, I know.
And before that, I would like to say something.
Yeah.
You were talking about change, and you were talking about a girl being given scholarship, and I feel like we should all know something. The change we are clamoring for starts from home. When you are trying to train your children, train them in some aspect that they learn how to show gratitude. A simple thank you.
Yeah.
When even
like what she was saying.
Yes. If someone gives you a pen, you are in need of a pen, and I just give you a pen. Even as a debt, I can remember very well. If you give me 5 naira, I know 5 naira is, I can't use it for anything. Okay, then we can use it to buy big sweets, 6 sweets. But it doesn't go for more than that. My mom will tell you, go back and go and say thank you.
Right, so values.
Did you say thank you? So most times, if you are clamoring for change, let's look at our homes, our upbringing. Are they trying to inculcate that change in us? We are just shouting, somebody's corrupt, you are corrupt. The corrupt practices start from home. They say, in the sense that you have a whole lot of children, maybe stepchildren, and you started giving one extra meat, putting it out under the rice.
Yes,
favoritism.
Yeah.
All these acts is not portraying the change we are clamoring for. So let's look at the primary school, because I call it the pre-primary school.
Yeah.
Because the primary school is the family.
Yeah.
That is where the child learns all the etiquette of life. Even before you go to school and start saying, hey, you've already said mama, baba, ha.
First contact with the child.
You said it already. So it's not like you just, or better still, right from the bed. You try to like cry, because if you don't cry, they won't carry you away. Yeah. That means you've communicated. You told them, I'm alive.
Right.
That is it.
Right.
So now, from there, you should learn to close your child's mouth. If such a child is someone that likes opening mouth, you should learn to wrap the child's finger if he likes to suck the finger. Yeah. So these are part of the change.
You're basically saying from the foundation.
From the foundation.
Now, Blessing, I know you have so much to say now, and I'm going to allow you to say it. I'm only going to, open the door so that you can say it. We know that you guys cannot do these things on your own, and so therefore you have to be surrounded by good people, good heads. I'm going to start here. I'm going to Blessing. I'm going to start here. How many support staff? How many support people do you have around?
Support like that.
I mean,
backbones.
People around.
Right now, during the election.
Right now, SAs.
No, I know where you are going to. So
it's a setup question. It's a setup question.
No, so don't start the setup from there.
Blessing, you want to dissolve.
Okay.
It's me, so let it be.
I would like to talk about it then.
Okay.
He's not coming for you. Allow us. Let's
wait. We'll get to you. So let her just.
Let me jump into and come to when we saw
when you.
I personally didn't have an issue with her stuff. Because when people started telling me that you too, when will you drop your points list? That you do more than you can do. I said that no, wait, chill. That this lady, for her to have chosen 50%, she has more than that. Just know that she has more than.
She has more than 50.
Exactly, because when I was writing out the names of people who talk of association, you want to pick randomly from associations, faculties, from your church, from this place, that place, everybody you met, you just feel like this person is important and would help me, would help my work to be easier. So you want to choose them randomly and as much as possible. But because of what people have said that blessing, I just felt like if I should duplicate what she has done, people will say that they started again.
Right.
So I personally felt like, okay, 30, 40 will be enough for me. Only for my seniors to say that we'll give you only 15. I say, how? 15. When I have so much problems
in the Senate of the school.
Yeah, no. My SUD Senate Council.
Right.
They were telling me that they will give me only 15. I said, now it's not possible. Maybe 25 sharp. Because my reason for choosing these people is not just for compensation.
Right. That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah. I have seen what they can do, and I've known that if I should call on this person for a movement, they would help me go there as fast as possible and make sure that this is sorted. Because what is the essence of delegation when I have to be everywhere? So that is why we want as many persons as possible to help us out at every point in time. So I do not blame anybody.
Yeah, so let's go to Blessing. Please, I have 2 questions before you answer. Okay, first, what was your reason behind those 50? Then, how effective do you think you'll be able to manage that much people working for you?
Yeah, a famous person.
I know. The celebrity president in Nigeria.
Oh, yeah.
So,
own it.
Yes, I own it. And they say they shouldn't call me Her Excellency. I could remember somebody picked an offense with that and said, what sort of rubbish is this? She even added Her Excellency to her name.
I'm one of the people that once I was really curious, right? I'm a very honest person. So
and you
why
have
did you
Her
do
Excellency.
That? No. Excellency is fine.
Okay, like so before we get to the 58...
50 Shades of AIDS.
Whatever.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're talking about the sexual harassment aspect.
Yeah.
I want to state something. It's all about values.
Right.
Values are very important. If you have children, if you have siblings, teach them the importance of value. They should clarify their value of which is more important. My integrity is the top notch. I told myself one thing, that if it has to be with laying down for someone for this election, that is the last thing I would do for my elections. And I can proudly say it anywhere that I am one among the females that have conducted election in my campuses, and you never heard any scandal that had to do with that. People knew that I would say I was very rude. Don't try me. I will give it to you. I'll ask you, who do you think you are? Is it you are even wretched? Like she said, the stakeholders. I was not afraid of anybody. Like one that told me, you don't know I'm from your village. She graduated like 4 years ago, and I can help you in this university. I have installed so many SUG presidents, and I told him to hell with you. And because of that, they were keeping away. I said, that one is your business. If God wants me to win, I will win. And what these male stakeholders do is they fix those consultations at night. Yes. And the one that is above the time I don't want to stay, I am going home. I was like that. So they knew me as a very good aspirant. I said, that's your business. And I was not apologizing for anything because I knew I was not wrong. I knew, first of all, my values were there. I knew my integrity was there. So whatever you want to say, keep it to yourself. If I give you a particular time and you don't reach up to that time, I'm going home. Because my security was very important.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Back to 58.
Yes.
Yes, the celebrity president. Okay, how this came about. People, I would say the social media, I've always been a social media person before my elections. So I have lots of bloggers on my page, newspaper agencies, everyone around me. Because even when I won, my news went very viral. And I just did that appointment. Just as he said, it's about delegations. We are over 45,000.
Right.
We have 23 faculties. So we don't have 2 campuses. We just have the main camp and then the hostels, people that start the hostels. And it is not about compensation. It is not about giving people titles. She mentioned something that in her 100 level, in her 200 level, what was her position?
I was PA/SA.
She was PA/SA to the president. And what does that mean? This is simply a platform for people to learn leadership. Who knows if she was never the SA or the PA to the president, she wouldn't have had those motivations that she had gotten from the person she was serving. So giving those 50 persons, it is just a platform for them to learn and volunteer. And as she rightly mentioned, people that you know can easily go out for you. I am here. I can be away for 2 weeks and I'll be away for another 2 weeks because I'm going back to Calabar. I'm coming back to Abuja for straight up 2 weeks. I have people that will stand in the gap. I'm not just going for leisure. I am going, yes. Like so that is why delegation is very important. But just that the media will interpret things the way they want you to feed them. The first person that brought out the 58 is my very close friend that promoted my... When he saw it on my status, he was like, SCG president appointed 58. I laughed. I screenshotted it from his Facebook and said to him, I said, what rubbish is this one? We just laughed over it. Only for... I woke up the next morning. It was like a dream. Yes, I woke up the next morning. I didn't know I was on Instablog. Linda Ikeja blog. So I just came online. People, I had calls. Listen, what's happening? You're Linda Ikeja's page. But I thank God for good friends I had. And one person told me, he said, my dear sister, use this opportunity and blow yourself. He said, go to that Linda Ikeja's page, go and comment, go and show yourself so that people will follow you. He said, I'm giving you free publicity.
And that person that advised you, that is what I was referring to by having good and strong support systems.
Yes, so he advised me and immediately.
I would say the value in you.
Yes.
Support that value.
But do you also realize that that now places a burden and responsibility on you to use your platforms to make change. Because
exactly.
that's why you're here on this podcast.
So when I went there, I just had to comment and then just get a few reasons on why I did that. And I saw over 3,000 persons that were reacting. That's to say they actually they understand. So I also went through some comments, and we have sensible Nigerians and those that just buy data to cause trouble. So like
shots fired.
Yes. So that was a period of my exams. My vice chancellor was not in the country; she was out of the country. So we had the acting vice chancellor. The news was trending. People that never supported me but knew I was going for that position, when they saw the news online, instead of coming to me, you say they are giving me fatherly advice on social media, and then you took it online and say I'm advising you because I've been in this position, I've been in that position. You never came to my DM, so you are now advising me by making it public. I said people should go on. So what gave me that consolation was when my vice chancellor told me, he said this, you are just starting. You've not even seen anything. She said I welcome to the challenge of leadership, because people were expecting the vice chancellor to scold me. My vice chancellor even made an observation. He said, my dear, your appointment list is not complete. He said one faculty was omitted from that list. Yes, because if you go through it, you will realize that 23 persons on that list were representing their faculties. So she told me, say, faculty of education is omitted, one of the faculties, because they have about 4 faculties. He said one is omitted, so go and complete the list.
So this is the thing. I mean, we plan to spend 30-45 minutes here,
but we
and I know we can spend 3 hours
forever.
So what I'm just going to say is, of course, you drop your social media handles, because people are going to listen to this and they're going to want to engage you, and that's the whole point of this. More importantly, I want you in 1 minute. Time management. Everybody gets
time
1
management
minute.
Wait, hold on. I thought you say you can speak as you want to speak. And you do the dishes. So I have not finished. Let me say.
If we want to, we will not leave here today.
No, we will leave.
Go on, please.
So in the aspect of the 58, I seen some in the NGO space. I also had some persons who went online. That was a very challenging moment. You know why? I was writing exams. And I told them before we started this broadcast that it is one thing to get popular, and it is another thing to be ready for that publicity. I wasn't ready as at the time it came. I wasn't. Yes, then I wasn't ready as at the time that publicity came. And it just bounced like hard. Someone sent me a message, and to God who made me, I'm saying it live, that person number has been saved on my phone. 10 years to come, I'll find who that person is. The person sent me a message. You are such a foolish girl. I don't even know who gave you that responsibility of becoming SUG president. Look at you appointing 50 people. It didn't end there. The person still called me useless girl, nonsense, or generation.
Somebody you know?
I don't know this person. The person took it very personal. And I saved the person's contact. The message is still on my phone. So I don't know what I did, but people were just sending me a lot of messages and others. In Nigeria, anything where they trend, they use and do content. Because say that's where your publicity will come from. So people were actually using me to do content. People were using me to do memes. People were using me to do all things, because that was the talk of the town. So any blog page you go, 58. I even remember somebody called me and we were just having tete-a-tete. The next thing he went and posted and said, the first female SUG president that appointed 58 said she wants to become the first female governor of the state. And I was like, when is this? At the point I'm writing exam.
Do you want to become governor?
Definitely. Even president. So let's get ready. So it's a whole lot.
I like that healthy competition.
Please take it away after Mr.
No problem. So it's a whole lot. Some persons coming to say, blessing, you disappointed us. But I thank God for the women in my life. Yes, the women that were very supportive. I will not forget to mention Ndode Yebasi Ogbonga, and then Grace, my mentor too, Mrs. Grace Ibo. Those 2 women, they received lots of bashing from the NGO space. Some person said I lack mentoring, that after they've put in so much and this is how I want to disgrace them. And I kept asking myself, what did I do? And a woman went to her social media page. This is someone that said she's grooming women. She said something. She said SUG president, University of Calabar needs help. And this woman knew when I contested the election. You saw it. She never called out to me. She never sent me congratulatory message, and when that happened, she went to her social media page.
For you.
Well, I have all of those things in my head, but that's bygone. So we move on.
So finally, I mean, now that you've gotten all that off your chest, I really wish we can stay here and spend 2 hours. And I would love if any one of you are in town, reach out to us. We'll come. We'll do another version. But right now, I just want you to do, 1 minute. Speak to youth. Speak to adults, speak to the government, speak to ITPC.
Yes, and also those that have political aspirations. Tell us what makes you different.
Do you understand? But
what will make you stand out? What will you change? 1 minute.
Before let me say this. Okay. Before that, I think I'm the person that manages your time because I don't really want to go in this. Okay. But if I start, that's another whole story for
I think we'll do an online session. We will, with the permission of my boss. We'll invite you guys on.
Let's hear your stories.
We'll do that.
Right, yes. We don't have time now.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I will disturb you and a lot of noise.
Okay.
Although that is the reason why we are here.
Yes.
So you enjoy for a while. So, and especially to you, my comrade. No, she's not a colleague. She's a comrade. Once if you're into struggle, we guarantee that title because it's not easy.
Somebody is giving you thumbs up off screen.
They are feeling you. You already have supporters here. If you are contesting again, they will vote for you.
Comrade,
comrade or honorable.
Senior comrade.
We call them senior comrados.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one thing I understand and I will ever appreciate, despite the trouble, that if somebody personally is going to ask the provost that, what happened, like, can you tell us briefly the new president that is here and the outgoing female president, your experience? I think if he's going to say from his church of mind or the mind where they use pray Bible, yeah. Like the one thing they understand, and even now if you ask my name is that you suffer me alone. She just said day before yesterday that if not for her mind, I could have not find it easy with her just because I'm troublesome. But at times I look at myself after they finish saying it, I will go and comprehend it. You understand? It's better somebody say this girl you're arrogant. Because of one challenge that happened in my institution, I will never forget. The provost picked me. I was writing an examination. He picked me up within a class of plenty students, different. In our place we call it department since it's a college. You understand? He was like, I should get up. I peacefully stand on my feet. He was like, this stubborn girl you called president. But I know that he spoke out of anger because he mentioned something that I'm not going to say here. It was an Indo something. He said that I'm arrogant, I'm what? Just because I feel we are writing exam and he's not supposed to do that. So he now called the Senate president of the student union. He said let him get out just because his phone rang. And I think it was his colleague calling him that a lecturer was in class. Although he came to address the student, which at times I felt it within myself. If there is any problem, people of such opportunity of high seat should just sit and call the president, or maybe if you can't reach out to the union president, if the union president actually provoke you, you have your cabinet, you have your secretary around you, please go and get me this person. But he came himself, which made me disrespect him at that point. He picked him up and he was trying to say, I should explain. I said, no, sir, you harassed him. My Senate president was like, what? How will a union president that I'm not even up to his first one child? But I believe I may have not reached even his last one. But because of the attitude displayed, although I've been sorry for that, and I picked something very important. But one thing I'll ever need to remember, the man is a man of God. Why did I say that? On one-on-one you call me, please do not hesitate. Any lecturer that try to harass you, kindly get the person to me. And he keep on saying it. Even if you're we have sugar mommies, right? They said the next 7 o'clock they don't want to get married. At times they admire boys too. The way we are claiming that boys are arresting us, women too are doing that to students.
Right.
You said catch them and bring them to me. Why did I say I must say this part? Is because it is one thing that I will ever appreciate is you having a good representative or governance in the school or administration. No matter how you challenge the management, but once if he has a good heart for students and for future generation like this man, like the provost, the Dr. Chuku from Federal College of Veterinary and Medical Laboratory Technology, but although he is still acting, but I believe there should be change. And you said a lady that was donated some scholarship or money to see, she didn't appreciate. Well, you just told me, I said, maybe they might have met somewhere with the man. That's why she fell. But if she didn't, that is where human differences comes. You don't expect your mindset with mine should be the same. But since when you approach her and she felt not to do so, don't force. Please. So please, my dear comrade, my dear listener, we appreciate you so much for this wonderful time. Thank you.
So, Mary, let's go
30 seconds.
Give your closing statement.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I'd like to say that the take home from me is that to enhance change and to also ensure that corruption is being reduced, we need to empower people. When I mean empowerment, talk of leadership empowerment, skills empowerment, you empower people with in terms of entertainment, so that they can be able to groom themselves when you're not there. Give them mentorship, so that even when you are gone, they can be able to do more in your absence. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rose?
My take home will be the youth over there. I will still speak to you people direct. Don't be dragging the ladies when they are on throne just because you are just there. You don't want a lady to.
So that's what.
Then you'll be dragging them, like trying by possible
president
best, trying in your own manly effort to just frustrate their efforts and frustrate them in life. Please don't do that. So that at least they should be growth and changes. Thank you.
Okay.
For the benefits of this gathering this evening, my take-home message is my young ladies out there who are trying to aspire for this position, I'm encouraging you. Don't relent. There are a lot of challenges, but
a lot.
She's even laughing at that a lot because it's plenty.
But I'm advising and encouraging us that we shouldn't relent. We should come out and showcase our talents. So please, we the young leaders, we shouldn't. When we are done with our school, we shouldn't go back and. I know we are going to get married, but at least let's go and test the secular politics and see how it will be. At least it will be nice. Don't have a female president in this country, right?
Yes.
So please, let's not relent. And I would love to be one. So please,
that's lovely.
Let's keep the fire burning. Thank you.
Okay.
So I would like to appreciate the organizers of this program for bringing us all together, because I would say this is the first time all of us are coming together. Right. Although I, Mary, and Blessing, we are on the platform, we spoke, I think, maybe congratulations, and that was how it all went. But we met, we spoke, we shared ideas and every other thing. So the little food, so I will appreciate you guys for that, and I commend you guys' efforts. And we really appreciate that. And I would love to ask if this thing can actually grow further and try to engage more and more, even if it is young comrades out there that are just coming up for them to like build more on what they have, and because they all have values, they all have what it is to get there. And I hope and I pray that they will surely get there. So the little food for thought I will be dropping today before the rounding up session for the program is that if you dream for it, aim for it, and you will surely get it. So if you have the courage, if you have the value, if you have all it takes to dream about it, once you dream about it, just have it at the back of your mind that it is coming to reality. So you can actually get it. You are a go-getter. That is justice. Set the goal, have a vision, and the mission will be accomplished. Thank you very much.
Why are you smiling?
Blessing.
Because I don't understand. From your face, maybe you'll prepare that.
Okay. I will conclude by saying money is not everything. What matters is build yourself, learn skills, build your network. I would say what helped me during my election is my skills and the network I have built over time. Yeah, you need money, definitely. You need money to run elections. I would tell us that I did not get money the time I needed money. But towards a week to my election, I had over ₦1 million. How did those money come in? People saw that, yes, this girl, she was resilient. Build resilience. It's not easy. My own brother told me, go and contest for welfare. Because you have been into humanitarian activity, that position will fit you. You will do a lot of this, you will do a lot of that. And I told him no. One thing I like about myself is if I want to do something and you tell me don't do it, and I know it is something that is positive, I will just disconnect from you completely. I disconnected from my brother. He knows it. I didn't go to a shop again. I didn't call him for over a month because I did not need anybody to distract my aspiration. I met commissioner that was from my place. He told me focus and have your good grades. I was on 4.75. He said focus and finish with your first class. I will send you out of Nigeria to study. I said I'm not interested. I left. Once you just discouraged me, I left all of them, and they saw that this girl was actually resilient. This girl wanted it. They had to come together and they pulled the support I needed. I would just stand, I was seeing money, 300,000, 400,000. I was smiling.
Bill blessing.
Don't believe me, that was then. And I asked myself, when I needed this money, I didn't get it. And now, just a week to my elections, I am having all of these funds. She said something, I was laughing. I can remember a night I slept without food because of election. And then you wake up thinking you want to go for consultation. So it was a whole lot. Build network, build yourself, develop yourself, have skills. Yes, have skills, soft skills. Let me emphasize. Know how to, yes, video editing, photos. I remember during that time, the graphics I was doing, I never had money to pay somebody. Do me graphics. One graphics is 5,000. Where do I have that money? Instead I use it and buy wine. So I was multitasking. I was doing all
the deities in you people's school that are drinking wine.
I was doing all of that. My video editing, I was doing it because I have a good phone that take good pictures. I was doing all of those things, saving funds for myself. So build skills, build network, build resilience. In all, do not forget yourself. Your values. Yes. Your values are very important because your values define who you are. Without values.
Okay, so I don't know if people are informed of the ICPC Student Anti-Corruption Vanguard. Have you heard of that before in your various schools?
No.
No. So I'm giving you people an assignment now.
None?
Presidents.
No. None of you?
Actually, I was told by ATM.
Okay.
So, but being the first time, actually being conversed about ICPC, so I've actually thought of maybe after the program I'll ask for that.
So yes, we need to have in each of your schools, please. You're part of it now. Yes.
I've written a proposal to ICPC in regards to anti-cybercrime workshops, so please see if we should follow that.
Okay, but let's have a vanguard in your school.
No. The two of them are separate from each other. Fine.
Because that's how we communicate easily with you.
Find a way, with the permission of my boss, if you can give us something, proof of that, like we can, if we follow you, we'll definitely follow.
Before we try to round off those sessions,
she wanted to say something.
I'm sorry. Let me just say, I'm not going to take time.
Okay.
Fine. So, following the letter that was sent to us for the invite of the podcast, I went through the topic, and it's just like a form of eradication of corruption by the youth or for the youth and every other thing that revolves around the youth. But I would like to chip in something to ICPC. Why is it that we are talking about Gen Z, and we know the reason why they call this we now Gen Z is that it's because of the technology, the use of AI. Now, a whole lot of young generations out there now find it very interesting using their phone for games. We have COPD, we have Militia, we have a whole lot of games. Why don't we try to bring in gamification of anti-corruption?
Okay, taking that down. Note it down, please.
There are lots of game apps because now young guys, even females that are into tech, they now know how to create game apps on websites. So there's a way a game app can be created, and it's going to be on anti-corruption.
Okay, so my boss just signaled to me that is in the pipeline. However, that simply means that, again, if you stay in contact with us, you can help us to shape it. And this is what we want. This is why you guys are here. So stay in contact with us. We'll run our ideas by you. You run your ideas by us. We make positive change.
Okay. In that light. Okay. In that light, since it's already in the pipeline, let's not forget that youths of nowadays have very short attention span.
Yes, and we've been speaking for 2 hours.
No, exactly. The irony.
Not everybody. So, in whatever we are doing, let's try to see how we coin in entertainment.
Right.
Let's try to see how we make it very entertaining. Yes, it's not everybody that is as boring as myself. Yes, people say I look very serious. I will take that. There are some persons that before they learn, it has to go with so much of entertainment and others.
Right.
I'm not all of an entertainment person. I can be here talking for 5 hours. And I'm very comfortable with that. But majority of young persons, our attention span is
very short.
So we have a term for that, and it's called edutainment, which is the fusion of education and entertainment. So, Dami?
You want to see us smiling like you want to. Oh my God, we need to go. We need to give
Okay, ladies, converts, please. Okay, just listen. Just 1 second.
I'm going to talk based on change, to be frank.
30 seconds. You have 30 seconds.
Your time starts now.
Alright, no problem. Sorry, please.
5 seconds.
Alright, in regard to the issue of change, to be sincere, we pay much attention on medical perspective and healthcare. Why did I say this? There is no participation in all these programs. Most of the times we see government are funding it till they have this outbreak of disease. But this is even more than hazard. If you can agree with me.
Yes.
We speak about corruption every hour, every second. But yet there is no change. Now we are saying that the youth are going to change. Yes, we accept that we are going to get back to our agendas and we the youth to make the change. But please, our dear fathers, those of us that are opportunity to be blessed.
Fathers, you.
You should look at me.
You said
you're a millennial daddy.
I'm a Gen Z.
No.
You are not a Gen Z.
No.
You said millennial daddy. No, sorry, Bajiru.
To our dear fathers, please. For those of us running work from offices to offices, we have one person with about 5 occupations. We have other people that are out there. Like, even if you can call some of us that just grow from nobody, we are trying to push and penetrate somewhere.
My destiny helper locates me. Please.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
your last second is over.
Last one, this one is 1 second. Please, okay, I observed something today during the conference. ICPC, I'm going to show you guys. You never had a sign language interpreter, and that was...
Okay.
Let's round up. Very good. Point taken. Thank you.
Please, next time.
Okay.
The chairman of ICPC watches every episode.
Yes, so he's going to listen to all of this.
So
yes.
And also, maybe in case any kind of conference or workshop like this is coming, we will appreciate if we have others.
We're drawing the curtains now. Thank you,
guys.
Calm down.
So let's round up the episode, please.
Sorry,
let's round up.
Before that, those monies can actually be donated to less privileged. We have a lot of students now. School fees is increasing.
You know what?
We are definitely going to have a space, a Twitter space.
We have a Twitter space. Before we close, I will now tell you, and you know what? Let's round up. There's a treasury account. Every anti-corruption agency in Nigeria is mandated to pay whatever they recover. That is, under the Proceeds of Crime Act. You're mandated to declare, pay it into this account, and nobody can touch it without authority.
Including assets.
And
we've not been seeing those declarations.
So now agencies need to work on themselves. I will show you where it is on our website.
Public, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we want
it's
to stay
been a
me,
very,
it's
been a very full episode. We've learned a lot. We've had so many of our women right here, and it's so good to see women in power. So we're rounding off right now, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at EthicSpod and ICPC Nigeria. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, every other social media you can think of. So thank you all for coming on this show, and we will see you all in the next episode. Ciao.
Bye.
And we're going to put out their social medias.
Yeah, so you can follow them too.
Everybody's name.
Yes.
So go and meet them.
Follow them. Ask them your questions.
Social media site.
Okay, that's